What's good? It's your boy Roddy Too Good back with another episode of the Pilot Show. Man, let's get to it, fam. Yo, so back on Spaces. So Joe Budden, he basically said that he basically masterminded this whole Drake downfall. You know, Joe Budden and Drake been going back and forth this whole time. So he was like, yo, the stuff I did, I passed it down to Pusha T. Pusha T passed it down to Kendrick and leaves us with what we have now. So basically he's kind of trying to take credit for this. And I'm not mad at him, bro. Like, I'm not mad at him because I think in today's world, messages matter, bro. Like, so the messenger always matters in today's world. Like, so you got to think about this like this. So Joe at the time, we all know, like, it's all like hip hop has to do with a lot of like status, a lot of like, oh, bro ain't on my level, I could ignore this and that. So yeah, we understand that. That's hip hop. But so yeah, to say that Joe Budden at the time, he wasn't on Drake's level, and at the time Drake could ignore him, and which he did. He threw like some shots here and there, but he ignored him for most of the part. But then what happened with Pusha T? See, Pusha T, he's not at the status of Drake either, but his spitting abilities garners him respect, and like he has enough respect to where it's like, okay, it's noticeable, and that's why Drake had to say something and Drake had to shoot back, because he's not a superstar that Drake is, but he's at a good enough level to where he can say something and people be like, yo, he talking to you, bro. You might want to say something back to him. He ain't playing with you. Now we get to Kendrick. Now Kendrick on another level could be out of Drake, or some people could put him here, somebody put Drake there. So now we here and we see what happened. And that is very true, man. Joe was one of the first people coming out saying, yo, your team is a sweatshop, you got ghostwriters, you got your body done and pissed on and all that stuff. Like Drake. Joe Budden really was one of the first people saying that stuff. And in this light, like, people gotta understand, like, the messenger does matter. And Joe has done this a lot, and he's been through this a lot, to where he start things and then people don't give him the credit. So I think he's just used to it. So now he's like trying to take his credit. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at him saying it. There's some truth into it. Like, we seen the progression of what's been going on. And I think even in his distance stuff, he mentioned young girls and all that stuff too. So, hey man, I'm not mad at it, and I'm not. And this is the thing, man. You just gotta pay attention to the people. Like, you gotta pay attention to people who on the way up, and that's what Drake. Like, I don't know how they think when Sour knew Drake was a fan of Joe, and I know just something went wrong with them. I don't understand, but I know Joe is like, he's kind of spearheading this whole thing. Like, he's telling people like, yo, like, even what he just came out and was like, yo, Act, I'm tired of you being a reporter for him. I'm tired of you being his mouthpiece. Like, bro, you're making it worse. Like, and he's like trying to like tell people like, yo, let K-Dot have his moment. Let him do this. Let him do this. So it's like he's kind of spearheading this thing to like, nigga. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? He putting it in his face, because Drake did try to violate him. He tried to wild out on him. But you just gotta, you never know who's gonna be that person, bro. You never know. Like, it's just like Troy and Achilles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he never knew that young dude, he never knew young dude was going to take him out. Like, yo, Achilles was this big super warrior who was just taking out everybody. He never knew homie was going to take the arrow and hit him in his leg with it. Like, he never knew that. But, like, yo, you just got to pay attention to the people who you cross. Pay attention to the people you fucking turn your back on and all that stuff, because you never know who could be that person, man. Like, yo, and that's just what's going on now with Joe. Like, because he's making sure he puts the news out of, like, yo, it was amazing. Like, yo, it's just funny, man. Like, and that's why I will always, like, if I get a artist, I will always tell them to stay away from beefing with people of the media, because the people of the media really can control the narrative. And people, and not especially like somebody like Joe, to where he has such a rabid fan base to where they will attack you for him. Same thing with Act, Same thing with like Charlemagne and some other people. Like, yo, their fan base is so rabid and so crazy that they will attack you for these people. And then not only, and don't let you get on a downward spiral. Like, don't let the next couple songs be trash. Don't let your project be in mid and stuff like that, because they're gonna make sure that thing is heightened. Like, it might be you might put out an okay song, but now this thing is trashed. They trashing it. They saying like, yo, so rappers gotta be careful with beefing with media, bro. Like, it's just crazy, bro. Like, you just gotta, like, just ignore them, bro. Like, yo, just ignore them. Just like, you could have your little gripes behind the scenes, but just make it, like, don't beef with people, man. Like, media is not cool. They really have more control than you think. Like, you the top rapper for now, but understand, media platforms last way longer than rappers, bro. So it's just, I don't know, man. But how y'all feel about it, man? Comment down below. Let me see what y'all thinking about, did Joe mastermind this whole plan for Drake's loss? All right, peace.